What game comes to mind when you hear the word solitaire? I bet it's Klondike. Maybe Free Cell or Spider, one of the other games that are in the Microsoft collection. But for most people, it's going to be Klondike. Here's the thing though, Klondike or those other few games in the Solitaire collection, those are just a small sample of what Solitaire is. There are actually hundreds of different variations out there, and many of them predate the games that most of us know and are playing today. Now, I've been playing patience games all of my life, various different versions, with real packs of cards, obviously, to start, but as they became available on computers, I started playing them on there as well. However, there was one game that I couldn't find anywhere. It wasn't any computer version that I could find, and so I decided to try and find out a little bit more about it if I could. That led me to a conversation with my parents to see if they had any resources that I could check, because they're card players but also avid readers. That led me to my dad giving me the book, The Games of Patience for One or More Players by Miss Whitmore Jones, as well as other reference books that they've got with regards to cards. I still couldn't find a description of the game that I wanted, but what I did find is some games I'd never heard of, and I decided to give them a go. Of course, it then occurred to me that most of them not being available on a computer meant they were giving me time away from screens. They were giving me something to do with my hands, but also my brain, and that satisfied quite a lot in me that usually I get through scrolling through social media or playing games on a phone or computer. Now I have a couple of resources that give me lots of different options to try instead. The original book from Miss Whitmore Jones, and also more recent publication, I say more recent, 1979, The Penguin Book of Patience by David Parlett. There are hundreds of variations that I can work through now. This book includes over 250 games, but that's 500 different versions when you add in the different variants. And the idea of this channel is to share some of those with other people so that you can discover that joy of playing with a pack of cards again, just like I have, or find it for the first time. Whether you're new to playing cards or just rediscovering it, hopefully there's something different that you'll find on this channel, and it'll inspire you to search out more. Or maybe you'll just find your favourite game the exact way that I have. At this point, I've got 6 different tutorials already filmed and on this channel, and there's more to come. There's also a free download available with four of them written out with picture instructions as well, so there's different ways of you accessing them. There's different strategies or versions of patience to suit every need. Whether you're looking for something that will tax your brain in terms of doing a little bit of mathematics here and there, or if you'd like something just straightforward and easy where you can follow a sequence through, there really is something for everyone. Running through the options that I've got available, one of the easiest is the clock patience, although it's probably not the version that you've seen before. And the idea here is to cover up cards that total 11. So we've got 10, and an ace, which leads us on to Traveller, which is a similar version to what most people know as clock patience, but it's the version that was in the 1890 book. 6, it's our number 6 pile, pop that in there. 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, okay? So it's worth having a look at that one. And if you enjoy looking for combinations or sequences, then we've got number 11 patience, and we are out. We've got nothing there that can add up to the 11. We've only got a jack, also double or quits. Starting with an ace, the sequence goes ace, 2, 4, 8, 3. Slightly different challenges in each of those, but they both give you something different to try. Then we've got older games such as Demon, which some may know as Canfield. 3 can go up to there, 4, suddenly we've got 5, so we've got a space there. It's a bit tricky to complete, but it's perfectly possible. The first one in Miss Whitmore Jones's book is called Sir Tommy Patience, where if you just get the right deal of cards. So that's that one over. Whilst it seems relatively simple and fairly mindless to play, it's nearly impossible to solve, which for some people is fine. Other people might find it frustrating, in which case I wouldn't suggest starting with that one. And then we've got Droveway, the one that I named myself, my personal favourite, the one that sort of started me down this journey. Moves the ace of spades from there. So we've got the 6 of diamonds. It's not an easy one to solve, but it is possible. Sometimes you're out within a few moves, and sometimes it goes for an awful lot longer. Whichever way, it's always the game that has me going, just one more. So there isn't one best game of patience or solitaire, and like I say, it's not just Klondike. I haven't got that on this channel and probably won't, because there are plenty of tutorials out there on how to play it. You can choose your game based on whether you want something for a small space, whether you've got a bit more space available and you like the strategy, whether you want something that you're going to solve more often than not, or whether you just want something where you can move the cards around. If you win, you win. If you don't, you don't. Make your choices based on what suits you. So I've covered off just the half a dozen or so games that I've got already on this channel. If you subscribe, you'll be the first to know as soon as a new tutorial comes up, and I've got plenty of options to add. But you might just find your favourite and keep on playing at that until you decide you want to try something different. So you can subscribe to this channel, you can check out my previous tutorials, and you can also check the link below and grab the free playbook, which has got 4 versions in there for you. So now that you know that Solitaire isn't just the one game, Klondike, what will you choose to play? It's your turn now. Switch off, start shuffling. See you again.